With these materials and with the aid of my trowel, I began vigorously to wall up the entrance of the niche. I had scarcely laid the first tier of my masonry when I discovered that the intoxication of Fortunato had in a great measure worn off. The earliest indication of this was a low moaning cry from the depths of the recess. It was not the cry of a drunken man. There was then a long, obstinate silence. I laid the second tier, and the third, and the fourth. Then I heard the furious vibrations of the chain. The noise lasted for several minutes, during which, that I might hearken to it with the more satisfaction, I ceased my labors and sat down upon the bones. When at last the clanking subsided, I resumed the trowel, and finished without interruption of the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh tier. The wall was now nearly upon a level with my breast. I again paused, holding the flambeau over the masonwork, and threw a few feeble rays upon the figure within. A succession of loud, shrill screams, bursting sunlight in the throat of the strange form, seemed to thrust me violently back. For a brief moment I hesitated. I trembled. Unsheathing my rapier, I began to grope about the recess. The thought of an instant reassured me. I placed my hand upon the solid fabric of the catacombs and felt satisfied. I reapproached the wall. I replied to the yells of him who clamored, and I re-echoed. I aided. I surpassed them in volume and in strength. I did this, and the clamor grew still. It was now midnight, and my task was drawing to a close. I had completed the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th tier. I had finished a portion of the last and the 11th. There remained but a single stone to be fitted and plastered in. I struggled with its weight. I placed it partially in its destined position, but now there came from out of the niche a low laugh on my head. It was succeeded by a sad voice, which I had definitely recognized that it was no Fortunato. The voice said,
Very good joke indeed. An excellent jest. We will have many rich laugh about it at the palazzo. Over our wine.
Amontillado.
Yes, Amontillado. But it's not getting late. Will not they be waiting as us at the palazzo? The Lady Fortunato and the rest? Let us be gone.
Let us be gone.
For the love of God, Montpezor!
Yes, for the love of God. But to these words I hearkened in vain for a reply. I grew impatient. I called aloud, Fortunato! No answer. I called again, Fortunato! No answer still. I thrust the torch through the remaining aperture and let it fall within. There came forth in return only a jingling of the bells.
Jingling.
My heart grew sick. On account of the dampness of the catacombs, I hastened to make an end of my labor. I forced the last stone into its position. I plastered it up. Against the new masonry, I re-erected the old rampart of bones. For half a century, no mortal has disturbed them. You just listened to The Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe, as performed by Phil and Tuttle from GameFeed Podcast. Tune in next week and listen to us talk about more video games. Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Scared you.